well, so we are going to it'll work. So I got a little bit of things I need to do for me kind of off screen, but essentially I need to get some reference here. So I'm actually going to change what we're streaming here this evening. We are going to go do some research, and to do that, we need to get into Enshrouded because the pendant we're working on is going to have a flame on it. So I got to get a picture of the actual flame. Of course, I've got to update this. So the other piece that I want to do, actually, so we'll bring this up. We need to find the other side. So I want to put the flame on one side. On the other side, I want to go ahead and put the, what is that silly thing called? It's the, let's just do Enshrouded here. We want, let's go to the wiki. And what I'm going to look for is the potion. Poison, not poison. There we go. So of the potions, actually I wonder if we can get, so the potion that the traveler brings, so kudos to Keen for putting this whole thing together, but there is a shot right here at the beginning where he's actually, yeah, that right there. Boom. Okay. So this potion, this is what we're looking for right here. That. Right. So we need to grab this. Right. And yeah, we can name it that. That's fine. Okay. So now let's bring up the ZBrushes. All right, and in here we need to bring in the texture. Boop, 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 boop. That. You, and then we'll add this here. Okay. Also, opacity. There we go. Make this a little bit larger. Okay, cool. So that potion is what we're going to put on one side. Oh, hey, my head's in the way. Let's fix that issue. Right? So there's that. What are we doing on the update? Oh, goodness. That update is going to be a minute. All right, so it looks like we're doing the potion tonight. Soaking up all the bandwidth. Soaking up all the bandwidth. That's fine. Hello and welcome. Say hello in the chat when you get in here. Always appreciate that. Okay. So there's that. So we need to figure out how to build this. So I want to bas relief it. I'm also not sure that I like the oval shape, but we'll figure this out one thing at a time. Yeah, okay. So first things first, let me get out of perspective here. We're going to pull this one forward. And I want this basic shape. So let's start with a sepia. Also, we're going to change the material because that's going to make life a whole lot easier. And all the resolution. It's kind of a teardrop shape. Pretty easy to make. So commit. Oh, it's just what it is. Okay. I don't think I want to. You know what? Let's back this down a little bit. Let's say 20-ish. All right, so now it's fatter on the bottom. That's fine. We can deal with that. So if we say we need a deformer here, so let's say deformer soft, and we're going to give it a little bit more resolution here. Whoa, come on now. Oh, there we go. We'll go bloop. Right? See how that works? See how that works? So solo that. Okay. Mask that. There we go. Right? All right, I'll shrink the top of this. Like so. All right, I'm feeling pretty good about that. Now the other thing we're going to add, I kind of want to do this in another tool, just so we don't mess this one up. I'm going to build the stem off of this. This is a really cool top. I like this chipped glass. Right, so we got this chipped glass that's happening in here. God, man, I wish that didn't just like draw all over everything, but whatever, this is where we're at. And the handle that's gonna come off of this. So we're gonna put this in a new folder, actually. Keep track of it that way. We can this shape. Let's do the easy pieces first. We want a ring. Oh, we don't want that to be completely. There we go. Okay. Let's bring you over. Rotate you this way. We are going to make you significantly smaller. About like so. So I don't want to copy what the artist had done originally. Okay, I totally goofed. Back that up. There we go. B, M, we want infinite. Where are you at? Infinite. There's a specific way that this brush works, and it's infinitely better than what I was just playing with. Okay, so we can see here this line right there. Yeah, we got to worry about that, right? Which tells me my proportions on the original piece are off, but I want to catch the essence of what we're working with here. I think that's the major concern. Also, need to remember that this needs to be rotated so that this is vertical, right? Because otherwise, this is not going to feel the same. Too small, draw size. Lock this down. Bring this back. Oh, like so. So this is nice and flat. I mean, this is almost. I mean, if this is semi-vertical, let's turn that opacity down, right? So I'm using this as a line to measure this verticality in here. I'd say that's pretty vertical. Actually, not that button. Not that button. There we go. Vertical line. Oh, this one. Move this over. Right, so this is vertical here. That's almost horizontal, but not quite. Right? So then this comes in. And then this bottom piece, we'll lift this up a little bit. About like that. I like that better. That feels better. This whole thing needs to move in though, because that is much smaller. Okay, cool. I'm good about that. All right, so now let's deal with the stem. Now the stem, we've got a couple options. We can make it vertical, coming out of this object. Not a terrible idea, but if we dynamesh this, right? All right, let's go this direction. Let's go ahead and just have that come out of there. So we need these ones. Oh. Let's go with one more set. Oh, there we go. Nope, I like the original a little better. Yep, that's better. All right, so then brush. Oh my goodness. I want to sculpt this, right? But if we smooth this, oh, yeah, we can't do that because that's on. I've done something. I'm not entirely sure what. Oh, I hit the B button. So why is it sculpting in that direction? All right, whatever. Symmetry, come on. We want radial. Goodness. Y? No. X? No. We want local symmetry. Thank you very much. There we go. Let's turn that down. Still got to turn that down. Wow. That's fine. I'll just push this in. Ooh. Nope. 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 That's what I want to turn down. Like that. There we go. Right? Man. Okay. We will also turn our focal shift down. So one of the things that's nice about turning the focal shift down on this is that we can mostly control what's going on here. Now this is set to 8, which is not great because this should be set to 20 so that it matches the vertices. Yeah. There we go. Boop. Boop. Right? So that goes up. This goes in. Come on now. Give me that. Bring that up. Right? So then we can say insert an edge loop right across here. No, not collapse. Come here. Really? Insert single edge. Why are we fighting? Insert, not inset. Insert. Ah, something thinks we are having alt held down. Alright, whatever. Let's do it this way. Slice. Well, easy fix. Alright, so we'll turn that on. See how that works? I'll grab that. So there's that part. And just because that is so weird, why are you fighting me? See, it's doing it. It's just freaking out. So, oh, we gotta name this properly here. Part 2. There we go. All right, we are going to quick save as well, just to be sure. Close that down. No, I'm not gonna fight that fight. A terrible fight to have to deal with. Magic. See, now it's working fine. That's so bizarre. Flatten that out. Okay. Good old ZBrush. Nothing quite like unplugging it and plugging it back in. Alright, so the other thing that we need to bring in. Oh, I don't have that over there. Fix that problem. Is to re-import that image. And add it to our, there we go. On Spotlight, we want that all the way up. And bring this over. We got it. That's better. Okay. Oh, Spotlight. There we go. Okay. So the distance from here to here is about half the distance from here to there. Okay, so this needs to be taller and wider. Whoa. Really? Well, that's interesting. And the width of this whoa, hey, look at that. Right, about there's, and oops, so there's, and there's. And we'll do there-ish. Let's go with a bit of smoothing. So still it's 20, probably not. Whoops, come on back now. Oh, it is, look at that. Yeah, look at that. That feels a lot better. Okay, cool. So now we need this piece on top, and this is actually going to be super easy because what we're going to do, we're going to duplicate this, and this is going to be turned into a cone. Not with symmetry on, though. Try that again. Mulligan. Boop. Okay. Ooh. That's not great. Look at the back of that. Glad we caught that now. You Whoops, not screen space though. Man, that totally destroys it. That's fine. We're just gonna Dynamesh that anyways. Come here. Dynamesh. Wow, way too much. Oh, actually, even better than Dynamesh. We need to zero mesh this. That's terrible. We're gonna set this down to like, whoops. What are we at? 500, so like 0.5. Can I do that? Will it give me that? No. Wow. I'm gonna have to restart this whole damn thing. Why are we going up, machine? Try that. There we go. It's still garbage, but okay. That I'm okay with. Doesn't have to be perfect on that. Okay, so the stopper. We're gonna do this. Boop. Right, looking at our reference here. Bloop. That's gonna fit right in there. Okay, so now we want to fix the bottom of this. Okay, so these pieces are now in a position where they can be recreated as... Oh, I don't like that stopper. Let's fix that again. What do we got here? There-ish. We can definitely make that wider. And that needs to be taller. There we go, okay. So this is our piece here. Okay, so let's do a little bit of sculpting. There's a couple pieces here we need to address, specifically how the handle is actually holding on to the bottle. Also, quick look off screen. Ooh, Enshrouded's all updated. Sweet, we're gonna be able to go get our reference that we need for the flame. Maybe we'll do that next time. We got time. No rush. 1.0 doesn't drop for a minute. All right, so let's take these three. We're going to merge visible. That's what I like about that. Merge visible. Okay. So we're going to Dynamesh you together. What do we get for 128? That's not bad. I don't hate it. I don't like that. So we are going to use a trick in here. So underneath geometry, inside of our Dynamesh, we have groups. Really? There we go. Come here. So you and you are going to... No. There we go. No. right? So now if we dynamesh you, those two should stick together. Oh, look at that, so good. Okay. We want clay fill. Fill in all of that. Ooh, if we do symmetry, we can actually kind of save ourselves a little bit of time. God, this thing's still pretty good sized. Okay. We're gonna take this, and inside of our symmetry, nope. Yep. Also, if we take you and we do this, nope, do that and that. Probably Z. No. There we go. Now symmetry is going to work in our favor. Also, I would like my tunes back. There we go. Smooth that out. You see that? Oh, God, that's so good. Okay. Another thing we need to do, we are going to bring in this modifier. Where's my smooth? Smooth all. Right. I'm gonna get crazy with it. Just a little bit. Alright, here we go. Alright, we'll do it this way. So I'll do this individually. Thought I liked that, didn't want that one. That's fine. So we'll smooth off this stuff. Right, we want to keep some of these hard edges. Like so. Alright, so we're going to get that. So BI. Whoops. Oh, actually, I got it right there. Look at that. And that will help with that part. And 7. We want clay fill. Really? That's terrible. There we go. Interesting. I did not like that. I'll fill it in this way. Clay brush. Best brush ever of all time. There we go. All right. Couple of small tweaks here. This should be, ooh. That is topological, okay. Turn that down a little bit then. This needs to be a bit more round. Pull that down though. Don't want to mess with that. This needs to be a bit more sharp. Like so. That needs to be shorter, but I'm not going to fight that fight. Ooh. Undo that, bring you down. Okay, gotta remember this is going to be very small, so we are going to take these two pieces, and I would like to bring you back into here. So maybe with this one select. Okay, then we'll say append, bring in you. Yep. But Move you to be in the bottle. You. Oh, I got that one selected. Okay, cool. So then this piece. Because it's tiny. Okay. All right. There it is. That is our bottle. Oh, that's awkward. Let's fix that problem. There we go. Nope. There we go. Bring you forward. This is our elixir bottle. Yeah, look at that. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Okay, cool. So you, center, we need to duplicate you because we need to not duplicate. Well, the duplicate's nice too. I better threw it to the bottom. I did not. Did not. So this is our center with the bottle on it. What I need to do is to take this, drop it to its very lowest. Oh, it's doing that, huh? Okay, that's fine. Okay, change of plans. But what we're gonna do, so the centerpiece we need to put the bas relief on. So we're gonna create, can't do that because it's got some divisions. Okay, fine. Be that way. Delete the higher ones. Okay, try again. Cylinder. Make you about yay big. Smash you down. And you're going to reset on me. Yep, that's what I thought. That's fine. Whoops. Smaller. Make you larger. That's fine. That works. Okay, so now we take you and we dynamesh you because we need to bas relief this one on here. I might have to, if we divide this one. Yeah, that's fine. It's gonna be small. So you, I need to also dynamesh. Okay, so you, I would rather have you 2048. A moment. I don't need you anymore. All right. You're good, right? Yeah, you're good. Boop. All right. This needs to be hidden so that this. There we go. Good enough for government work. So now we go into geometry. And I lied, I'm a jerk. We're going to go into subtools. Give it a moment. Okay, cool. So now if we hide you, we have this. Wow, those lines are atrocious. Why? What do we have in our bas relief here? Tolerances, contrast, blur. And if we try that again with a higher blur. No. Not at all. 4. Control need to gray values between estimating values and bodily projection. Slider controls how many times the algorithm will be run during the calculation. 1,000. What if we did it at like 500? I still get those nasty lines. Tolerance. Okay. We'll do it this way. Do a little manual work. Not that big of a deal. Doesn't hurt to do a little manual work. Like so. Look at that. Almost like it just disappears. Oops. Get rid of that. Get rid of these lines. Get rid of those lines. Like that. Like so. Actually, if we bring these in, get even more contrast. Like that. Oh, hello. Carve this down a little bit. Be gentle with it. Smooth some of that out. Fill that in a little bit here, maybe. There it goes. Nice and gentle, people. Nice and gentle. Look at that. Yeah, a little manual love. Doesn't hurt. Alright. So... bring that back. Let's play some smooth on there too. Okay, cool. And no, 4. There we go. Wow, that's terrible. Yeah, let's go with a little bit different approach. Make that a little bit bigger. Wow, okay, let's try that again. We want that edge to pop. So we are going to that. Come here, you. There we go. That. There we go. All right. Ooh, that's a little bit rough. Whoa. All right, pull that up a little bit. So carving this down is going to be helpful. Because when you do that, and actually we'll do this one. Come here. Right? We don't want this. However, that might work. We're getting lumpy real quick. It's fine. It gets rid of that big old line. That was the main concern. Okay, I don't hate that. Feeling better? Okay. Okay, so now close you down. Yeah, look at that. Man, that sticks out there so far. Okay, so that doesn't need to stick out that far. We need to address that. Don't need you. Yeah. What we need is to do that. Can we? Oh. Why are we? Why are we? Why? And that. And this. Okay. There we go. And then bring that back. All right, so we get the bottle on the front. Yeah, okay, cool. And we'll do it with the flame on the back of the next one. Cool. I like that. I'm okay with that. That looks good. All right. Bring your questions next time. Show you some cool tricks. And I will see you next time. Laters.